What is going on, everyone? This is BlueVein with Profiteer Trading. Today is the recap for current session as well as the week. As we normally do, let's just get right into the prep. So primary prep sheet was right here that I posted this morning in the morning prep video. Primary hypo was this breakout pullback of the composite value area low, targeting the composite value area high. Second was a return pullback of the composite value area low, targeting the 2954s. And the third was the return pullback of the 2960s, targeting the 2968s. Obviously, we had our high risk events and unscheduled risk events come out today. And then there was the commentary on our long-term VWAPs. Everything else got done. I did not get to Hugo's US prep, but that's more of a personal goal, so we won't get too deep into the weeds there. Looking at today's price action, the green hypo was the absolute play for today. Whoa, let's get that. Something's up with my scale here. Anyways, this is where that post was, or the prep was posted. We were consolidating below. As you can see, we pushed up. This was that retest I was looking for. You might be saying, hey, you know, we dipped below. But look at that rotation length. That was only about probably less than a third of the actual leg of that rotation went down. So sure, did it get below this level? Yes, but this is not just a level. You have to think of it as a zone. This is generally speaking where you want to see us come back. If we had spilled below, down to here or so, you'd have acceptance below, and you'd be looking for the return pullback short. But we instantly found buyers as soon as we started to peak back out of that value area low and brought us back in. If you didn't take this opportunity, then right here was a great opportunity. As you can see, we started to sell, sell, sell. Weakness. Sellers couldn't even bring us a standard rotation down. You could see in the order flow buyer accumulation, and that could have qualified a trade right in this zone as well. You may have had to set your stop down down here, so you'd be taking more risk, but you also have a much clearer acceptance picture. Anyways, so that was the plan, was targeting that and then targeting your value area high. Obviously, we got to that value area high. We breached it just a little bit and then had this return back in, retested the high, failed. This could have been a return pullback opportunity from the composite value area high to the composite value area low, which is exactly what we did. This, we never got a retest opportunity on. I mean, we were just kind of parabolic today. So this would have been a harder trade to qualify. I don't think I would have, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't have taken this most likely. If anything, I might have taken a risk, a marginalized risk position off of this bounce off VWAP and gone for a much shorter position. So as soon as you started to see buyers pick up at VWAP, you could have gotten long right here, set your stop just below, so you have a very, very small downside risk, and then tried to play that. If you had seen that, that's one of those things that is easy to say in hindsight, but realistically, that's a hard trade to qualify. All right, and then since then, we've been bouncing. Finally, we hit that composite value area high, and we're testing those highs. So again, now you're in the stage, it's getting to the power hour where you might be considering, you know, there might be a risk-off tone. You might get kind of a return pullback. It's probably not likely that we're going to have a bunch of buyers come in on a Friday, especially given Monday's holiday season. So the banks are closed. You're going to have higher volatility because there's less liquid. There's going to be more likely a situation where we get this return pullback and it starts to come back down. As you can see, we tapped it and we're already kind of getting that bearish candle printing. So that was the review. Again, trade one, hypo one was the main play for today, that breakout pullback of the composite value area low. This is why I preach market profiles. If you're not using these tools, it is a must. So this was the composite I was talking about. This was from 9/24 to 10/1. So from the 24th until the end of the month, we had retained in this balance, just bouncing up and down in this price range before we went imbalanced to the downside and sold off all the way down to these 50s. You can probably remember that. So all of those days got accumulated into one profile, and that is where I established this value area, this composite value area with that point of control. And that was what I based that trade off of today, was us bouncing in, breaching value, coming back down for the retest, and then pushing back up. So we test, we say yes, we're going to accept into this value area. As soon as you accept within this value area, the next target would be the top. And then from there, you can do the same process. You can peek out, come back and retest. If you accept above, go to the next value area. But obviously, we peeked out. We said, nope, we're not going to go imbalanced up today again. We're going to remain rotational within this prior balance area. And now we're just going to be rotational until proven otherwise. So you'd be fading the extremes, shorting up here, longing down here until proven otherwise, meaning we go imbalanced outside this value area. So if you are one of those futures traders who is on Thinkorswim or some platform that is not offering you advanced tools like order flow analysis and market profiles, really consider switching to something that's going to give you those tools that will give you that edge. I don't know where I would be as far as how I would even go about trading without a tool like that. It gives you context. It gives you the story for the day. The story for the day, I had this morning, bullish line in the sand. If we accepted above this area, I was a bull. I had the contextual opinion. So even if I missed all of this, I wasn't going to be shorting until we got up to here. So, even if we came down here and it looks like we're going to go and balance down, the context is that we're within a new value area. So this could have been a long scalp off of the top of that developing value area, and that could have been a scalp to the value area high. Like that, having that contextual view of the market, even if you're just taking scalps, is crucial to your success and to give you that edge. All right, now if we look into what happened this week and what we might expect for next week, I'll bring over the long-term VWAP chart here. And make sure it gets in view. Drag this down. All right, so here we are peaking off at the top of this value area. Like I said, we now have breached the quarterly developing value area high, the weekly developing value area high, the yearly VWAP, and now we're starting to peak towards this yearly developing value area high back at the 3000s. So the expectation here is some sort of corrective move over next week. I want to see some sort of correction. Maybe we traverse back down to this value area low and just kind of play around for a bit before we make that run to these 3000s. Fundamentals could obviously change that picture, and people are just going to want to buy. They want to buy no matter what. They don't care what sellers have to say. They're not going to care what my lines have to say. However, with the way things are looking right now, I would be looking for corrective move / chop, maybe a retest of this yearly VWAP and these highs before you get that opportunity to push to the yearly developing value area high and that 3000 century figure. So that is kind of the macro picture of what we're looking at. I hope you guys learned something. Go ahead and join us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Again, I put these videos out every day, the morning prep, the daily recap. So if you want to see these trade opportunities that I'm pointing out before the market opens, and I'm not saying trade what I say, like that's a bad idea, but look at them, see if you have a similar thesis, and you can use it as confluence to your thesis like I do with many others. All right? Again, join us on Discord if you have any questions. We'd love to help you out. And I think MK is going to be coming out with a video pretty soon regarding a trade he just took on oil. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, guys.